Joining us today are two men I wouldn't want to meet at the end of a dark alley. Jimin Kim and Ricardo Jean-Pierre of martial arts website and The Clinch podcast, parent AllKickBoxing. Hi guys, how's it going?
It's going awesome, Julio. Thanks for this spot. I can't believe we're on the air right now.
He's definitely pumped.
I'm Jimin Kim with my friend, who?
Ricardo Jean-Pierre.
Good to have you guys on the show. So what are we talking about today, Julio?
So, the 2015 annual Clary report came out recently, and much to our pleasant surprise, Stony Brook is getting safer. Over the last 3 years, the amount of violent crimes has decreased by subtle but important digits. The number of rapes in 2014 decreased from 6 the year prior to 2. Fondling from 6 to 4, aggravated assault from 25 to 24. Cases of dating violence from 15 to 9, and domestic violence from 7 to 5. The crime does exist on campus, and students' lives are in danger. The Open College campus is patrolled by a highly trained university police force. Students are encouraged to follow electronic alert systems to report and notify themselves of incidents of crime. Some students believe that knowing self-defense is imperative to their safety as well as keeping fit. What are your thoughts, guys?
I think self-defense is counterintuitive. People think that knowing self-defense means that you're going to always have to use it, but I feel people who know how to defend themselves actually never have to actually use it because they know how to sniff out trouble and avoid it. They're very the opposite of insecure, so they don't feel they have to prove anything to other men, to show off to women, so they don't feel the need to act up. Thoughts, Rico?
I kind of have to agree with you on that point. I believe that people who are trained in martial arts are better at sensing out trouble, and they're better at diffusing hostile situations. So more often than not, the people that you see getting involved in the streets and getting into unnecessary fights are the ones who are trained in martial arts. They're the ones who are able to avoid situations like that.
So there are trained people out there. I mean, of course, there's law enforcement, and then our great service. Our great service heroes that are out there, such as the one that confronted the Oregon shooting gunman a couple of weeks ago, who, in trying to stop the shooter at the school, at the community college, was struck several times by several rounds. And not all of us are heroes like that, but in some situations we do need to fight back. Does that make sense? Do we ever really need to fight back, or should we really just avoid situations?
That's a last resort. I actually saw a training video of what to do in a mass shooting, and the video took place in an office building, and they said the first thing to do is find the route out and take people with you if they aren't going to weigh you down, even if they don't want to leave. Take them with you if you can. Second is if you can't find a way out, find a safe spot and barricade the doors. Third is if the intruder comes in, fight aggressively and to kill.
Was this video from the Department of Homeland Security?
Yeah.
I think I know which video you're talking about.
It was intense. It showed the gunman shooting these people in the office. There was blood and it was pretty real.
So and that was a demo video as well. That wasn't something that was recorded live. But something that is still very much on our minds is that Stony Brook University is an open campus. So that means, despite our very functional university police department that patrols the university, we do have open gates. So anybody from the community can come on campus. And we've talked about this several times on the show, because several times during the semester we've seen some activities that we deem unsafe. A lot of us are commuters, a lot of us are coming to the university every day, and a lot of us are leaving late every night, and muggings is something that happens, although, as the Cleaver report says, it has gone down. But if you are being mugged, and you really don't want to give up, your wallet, we're all college students, so there's not much in
like
there.
Me.
If we don't want to give up our wallets, what do we do?
I think the best situation is to give up your wallet. Your life is more valuable than any of your possessions. So any good martial arts teacher, any good martial arts trainer will tell you that if it comes between your life and your valuables. Your life comes first, and it's only when you're fighting for your own life, and that's the thing that's on the line. That's when you start defending yourself. That's when you start fighting. But for fighting for valuables, it's really not worth it.
So Rico, this guy has a grudge on you. He's not going for your wallet anymore. He's threatening you. He grabs your wrist. What happens?
Ooh, grabs my wrist.
Grabs your wrist.
I would go for the groin. I won't even lie. I would definitely go for the groin. I'll go for things that would really incapacitate him. I know there's certain things that are not allowed in sport martial arts, so I would throw that in there to defend myself.
1, 2, 3, ding ding.
Now, a big part of self-defense is also, as you had said in the beginning, is seeking to diffuse situations or even noticing the red flags. So what are some red flags, whether it's body language or maybe something that someone says, that could really instigate the fight other than, are those fighting words?
Body language? I guess it'd be people start roaming around the person they want to confront, but they don't do it directly in front of them. They hover. There's like this thick cloud of negativity around this person that he's emanating, and that's the insecurity in him. And combined with passive aggressive remarks, depending on how the person is insulting takes those remarks, you can see if it's going to explode or not into a fight. And I believe in being the mediator in those situations, because both of them have they're too caught up in the situation to take the high road.
And what are your takes on people who use martial arts as like an ego booster, sort of say, or it's like, oh, look at me, I'm just gonna start a fight just to show off my skills. What are your thoughts on that?
They're not martial artists. They might as well be. No, they're not martial artists. To be honest, like, you shouldn't need to have to prove your skills if you already know you're tough. You can hear plenty of fight commentators, martial arts journalists say that the fighters they interview are some of the nicest guys because A, they're exhausted from training, and B, they know they're very confident within their skin.
So, in really diffusing a situation is to first notice that there's something going on, and then trying to avoid the situation rather than being put into harm's way.
And in case you are just tuning in, you are listening to 90.1 FM, WUSB's In Focus segment, powered by the Stony Brook Independent. Tweet us at SBI News to join the conversation.